Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Double IB and those are my predictions for week 10 of the NFL. In the first game of this week, on Thursday night, we'll have a really good game. We have the Carolina Panthers playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have two of the greatest teams in the league right now. On the Steelers side, we have a really good offense with James Conner and Antonio Brown on offense, and their defense is playing really good right now. On the other side, for the Carolina Panthers, we have a really good team. Their offense is playing really good with their offensive coordinator, Nerf Turner, and their defense is also playing good as always. This game will be really close and it will be a really hard time for me to choose the winner of this game. But the Carolina Panthers have a really good team right now, and they're on a roll right now by beating really good teams. So I will give them the win by a score of 28-21. In the next game, we have the New Orleans Saints playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Saints are one of the best offenses in the league right now, and they just added Dez Bryant to make it even better. So this game will be won by the Saints because their offense is really good and their defense is playing really good. On the Cincinnati side, they have a good team, but playing against one of the best teams in the league right now, they have a lot of struggle, even if they're playing this game at home. So that's why the Saints will win this game by a score of 35-17. In the next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons playing against the Cleveland Browns. The Falcons played last week against the Washington Redskins, and they showed us that they are still a team that could make the playoffs this year, and we should not forget about them. The Cleveland Browns just fired their offensive coach and their head coach, so they are still not the team to compete this season, and I hope that they could figure things out for the next season. So this season is not their year, and they'll still have to wait another season before having a chance to make the playoffs. So the Falcons have the advantage in this game, and with their offensive play and Julio Jones finally having his first touchdown this year, I will give them the win by a score of 24-14. In the next game, we have the Detroit Lions playing against the Chicago Bears. The Lions played horrible last week by allowing 10 sacks on Matthew Stafford, and the Chicago Bears play good against the Buffalo Bills. So this game will be played in Chicago, so the Bears will have the advantage. And the Detroit Lions with problems on the offense and on defense, I don't see them winning this game. It will be really hard for them. And the Chicago Bears are on a roll right now by playing really good lately. And that's why I'll give them the win by a score of 24-14. In the next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Cardinals come from a bye last week, so they have some few times before being ready to be in the game shape for this game. And after that, they will be able to play because they come from a win 2 weeks prior, and they will be pumped up for this game. The only problem is that they're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the best teams in the league right now. So they will have a hard time in this game. This game will be played in Kansas City, so they will have the advantage. And I don't see how the Chiefs will lose to one of the poorest teams in the league right now in the Arizona Cardinals. So that's why I'll give the win to the Chiefs by a score of 24-17. In the next game, we have the New England Patriots playing against the Tennessee Titans. The Titans played good last week against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, and the New England Patriots played also really good against the Green Bay Packers. So those two teams come from a win last week, and they will be pumped up for this game. The Tennessee Titans will play this game at home, and they will host the New England Patriots, so they have a little more gas in them because they're playing one of the best teams in the league right now in front of their fans. So they want to show to their fans that they're really good and they're legit. On the other side, the New England Patriots are a really good team. They beat easily the Packers last week, so I don't see how the Tennessee Titans will cause some problems for them. So that's why the Patriots will win this game by a score of 35-14. In the next game, we have the Washington Redskins playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those two teams come from a big loss last week, so they will want to bounce back in this game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers always have a tendency to let opponents score earlier in this game, and after that, in the second half, come back and win the game. It doesn't usually work, and in the last 2 weeks, it didn't work against the Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. This week, they will host the Washington Redskins, a really good team who lost last week to the Atlanta Falcons. The Redskins have a really good offense, and I see them scoring a lot of points against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. But the Buccaneers will come back in the second half to make a comeback, but they will not be able to beat the Washington Redskins because they haven't played really good in the first half, like they do usually. So that's why the Redskins will win this game by a score of 31-24. In the next game, we have the Buffalo Bills playing against the New York Jets. For the Jets, Sam Darnold is injured, so he will miss this game. This will be advantage for the New York Jets for this game because Sam Darnold is an inexperienced quarterback, and he will be replaced by Josh McCown, a really experienced quarterback who knew how the NFL works. On the other side, the Buffalo Bills have a really poor team. Their quarterback plays is really not good, and their offensive and defensive play are really terrible. So that's why I'll think the Jets will win this game by a score of 14-10. In the next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars playing against the Indianapolis Colts. The Jaguars team is really good except their quarterback in Blake Bortles. On the other side, the Indianapolis Colts, their team is not really good, but they have a really good quarterback in Andrew Luck. I think that this game will be won by the Indianapolis Colts because they're playing at home and Andrew Luck is a really good quarterback. On the other side, the Jacksonville Jaguars are a really good team, but with Blake Bortles at quarterback, I don't see them really winning a lot of things. I don't think I will give a win to the Jacksonville Jaguars until they find a solution at quarterback. Does that mean even trading Blake Bortles or drafting a new quarterback and restart from the beginning? So that's why I'll give the win to the Indianapolis Colts by a score of 24-20. In the next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers playing against the Oakland Raiders. The Chargers are one of the best teams in the league, and a lot of people see them winning the Super Bowl this year. I don't see how they could pass the Patriots, but I feel like they could have their chance, but playing against the Patriots would be really hard in the playoffs. On the other side, we have the Oakland Raiders, one of the poorest teams in the league right now. They are the favorite to win the first overall pick in the 2019 NFL draft. So those two teams are on two opposite sides. With the Chargers, we have one of the best teams, and the Raiders, one of the poorest teams in the league. So this will be an easy pick for me, and I'll give the win to the Chargers by a score of 27-12. In the next game, we had the Seattle Seahawks playing against the Los Angeles Rams. The Seattle Seahawks lost by a big way against the LA Chargers last week, even if this didn't show on the scoreboard, but they still lost in a big way against the Chargers. And the other side, we had the LA Rams, who lost also in a big fashion against the Saints, even if the score didn't show up. They lost this game in the first half by allowing a lot of points and not scoring a lot. Even if they tried to make a comeback in the second half, it was too much for them. So that's why this game will be really important for those two teams who are in the same division. And I feel like this game will be won by the Rams because they have a much better team and they have the best team to make a push to the playoffs this year. So that's why I'll give them the win by a score of 24-12. In the next game, we have the Miami Dolphins playing against the Green Bay Packers. This game will be played in Green Bay, so the Packers will have the advantage because in this time the weather is getting colder and the Dolphins are not used to playing in those type of cold conditions, so the Packers will have the advantage in this game. Also, the Packers team is way better than the Dolphins team, so this will also bring the win to the Packers by a score of 24-20. In the next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. We have two NFC East teams playing one against each other. The Eagles come from a bye last week, so they'll be in this game ready for play against the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys lost last week on Monday night against the Titans, and they lost a really important game for them to having a chance to make the playoffs this year. So by losing this game, I think their playoff chances are getting way lower. We have two teams that really don't like one each other in the Eagles and the Cowboys, so this will bring out a great fight. Even if those two teams are not really close by the talent, the fact that they are rival, it will always make the game closer. So that's why I think the game will be way closer than people expect. But still, the Philadelphia Eagles will win this game by a score of 28-21. In the last game of this week, on Monday night, we had the New York Giants playing against the San Francisco 49ers. We still don't have a really good game, but I feel like the fact that those two teams are not really good could make this game really interesting. On the San Francisco side, we have their a new quarterback who's playing that played really good last week against the Raiders. And for the New York Giants, we have their offense that is really good as always, except their O-line and their quarterback. We have Odell Beckham Jr. who just turned 26 years old, And we have the young and powerful running back in Saquon Barkley. So that's why this game will be really interesting. Even if we have two teams that are not really good, it will still bring out a great fight. I feel like this game will be won by the San Francisco 49ers because they're playing at home and they'll have the advantage of their crowd. So that's why I'll give them the win by a score of 20-17. Thank you guys for watching my video. Those were my predictions for the week 10 of the NFL. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm Double IB. Have a great day.